Welcome to the local market. It's noisy, crowded, and packed floor to ceiling with options. Imagine you're standing in this very shop, wallet in hand, trying to decide what to buy. The temptation is obvious. You see snacks with no labels for a fraction of the normal price, or a generic phone charger that costs almost nothing. But that deep discount hides a risk. A cheap cable is a terrible bargain when it sparks and ruins your phone. It brings up an interesting problem. The person selling that cable wants to keep their costs as low as possible to make a profit. You want to keep your spending as low as possible to save money. In that race to the bottom, who ensures the product won't actually hurt you? Economists often talk about the invisible hand of the market. Competition naturally forces businesses to lower prices to win your money. But that invisible hand lacks a built-in referee to guarantee product safety. Left completely to their own devices, markets will naturally cut corners on quality to boost their margins. To keep the public safe from those hazards, an outside force has to step in and set the rules. That outside force is the government. If the local shop is the playing field, the government acts as the referee for the entire national economy. Its primary economic job is a delicate balancing act, making the market fair for buyers while remaining sustainable for producers. To protect buyers, the government uses price controls, setting strict upper limits on how much a business can charge for essential items. Think about a life-saving medication. If the price were left entirely to a free, unregulated market, the manufacturer could charge astronomically high prices because desperate patients have no choice but to pay. By stepping in and capping those prices, the government ensures that a person's basic survival isn't dictated solely by how much money they have in their bank account. The government's protection also extends to the beginning of the supply chain. The people producing our goods face their own vulnerabilities. A sudden drop in market prices can be devastating for an agricultural worker. To keep them afloat, the government sets a minimum support price, or MSP. It guarantees farmers a baseline payment for their crops, providing a financial safety net so a bad season doesn't force them into bankruptcy. Beyond balancing prices, the referee maintains the playing field itself. This is where public goods come in. These are essential pieces of infrastructure provided by the government for everyone to use, rather than being sold for individual profit. Without roads, the market literally grinds to a halt. Private businesses rely entirely on this physical infrastructure to transport their goods from factories to the shops where you buy them. This infrastructure extends to community well-being, too. Public parks offer spaces for recreation without charging an entry fee, while public policing ensures that the physical markets we visit remain safe places to operate. A thriving, profit-driven economy doesn't exist in a vacuum. It relies on this non-profit foundation of public infrastructure and worker protections to keep functioning sustainably. Let's zoom back down from the national economy to that crowded retail shop. The government has set the rules, but the final layer of protection ultimately comes down to you, the buyer. Your toolkit starts with a physical inspection. Before any money changes hands, you have the opportunity to examine the product's packaging. The law requires manufacturers to print specific, verifiable details on their labels. You don't have to guess what you're buying. You can flip the box over and read the exact ingredients list and the official expiry date. It's tempting to glance at a 5-star online review and assume a product is reliable, but those ratings are highly subjective opinions. They are not a substitute for the hard, government-mandated safety facts printed directly on the box. The government can force companies to be transparent, but all that data is useless if you don't take 5 seconds to actively read and process it. Beyond the text on the label, you also have a visual glossary of trust. Official certification marks are stamped onto products as verified proof that they have passed government safety testing. It's easy to mix these up, but they indicate very different things. The FSSAI mark specifically guarantees food safety. The ISI mark, issued by the Bureau of Indian Standards, is strictly for industrial and manufactured goods, like ensuring an electrical switch won't catch fire, or a motorcycle helmet will actually protect your head. If you are buying agricultural products, like raw spices, cereals, or honey, you'll want to check for the Ag Mark certification instead. For electronics, the Bureau of Energy Efficiency provides the BEE star rating. The higher the star count on your new TV or air conditioner, the less energy it uses. that lowers your household electricity bill while reducing the strain on the environment. Back in the shop, the choice becomes clear. You put the unbranded mystery charging cable back on the shelf, and you pick up the one with a verified ISI mark. You pay a little more, but you are buying certainty. Take a look around your own home today. Check the back of your snacks, the cord of your laptop charger, or the side of your refrigerator. Find those marks. Because while the government sets up the guardrails, an educated, active consumer is the final and most powerful regulator in any market.